Was it? Okay.
No, you're good. What's up?
Um, I want to go into this saying it's all love. Like, I don't mean any hard way. I don't mean to disrespect you in any way if it comes across like that in this conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, what's up?
Um, I kind of want some transparency with you.
Yeah, no, what's up?
So, you know the conversations we had yesterday morning, um, like before the Manda meeting.
About Dean, right?
Yeah, I kind of came to you and was like,
You,
I
I
want
can
to.
tell you right now. You know what the whole purpose of that conversation was?
Mm,
Was Dean was spreading a narrative, but I also wanted to see if people would respect the fact that if I said, let me and T talk about it, it would actually be left that way. And for the most part, it seems like it was. And most, like even Sparky talked to me today, and it seems like for the most part, mostly everyone respected that fact, which I like to see. But gist of everything was he had his vest as a memorabilia to remember what he left behind and what family he
he's
left behind.
smart.
His house, I wanted that gone, but I wanted it gone and put into the gang account. So I wanted a realtor to sell it. I didn't know he could sell his own house for the same price. And today came being like, oh, it's my house, this and that, and it's never what it's been.
He's cooked. He has cooked.
But me telling you that was just more to see if anyone would not potster, but more respect the fact if I said something, it would actually be listened to.
Okay. Because I don't know. How I felt it. Me and you having that one-on-one in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
It very much felt like you wanted him back. You wanted him back around. And like I understand that, bro. It like the way I
Mm-hmm.
need to compare it is he's your day one. If Sparky was doing wrong or like wasn't around no more and he wasn't like doing the best,
Yeah.
I'd cover his tracks too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that it very much felt like you left him with his vest and you wanted him still around, but you were
Mm-hmm.
waiting for a conversation with T.
No, it like even if you wanna talk to like Denzel, he knows the full story in the morning, but you know, I'm I you know it literally was to see if who within the gang would actually pot stir and twist the narrative or go one way or the other way, or actually that was my way of being like, let me see if the boys actually respect what I told them and if they'll actually stay to their word, you know.
The thing is,
But no, I
I
get it.
told them, so it wouldn't. It wasn't really you
So you're
telling
the
them.
one.
I was the
So
one
what
that
did you
told
tell them?
them. I was the one that told them
Yeah,
because
but you were the leader for that day. Regardless, whoever told them, whoever like, I guess that's what makes it messy. Because I'm the one that told you to say it, but you were quote unquote leader for that day.
yeah, but they didn't know that message was coming from you.
Yeah, I guess, but that's, I guess that's what happens when.
Like, listen, Star, don't mean this in any way.
No, no, no. Just say
Like,
it. Yeah, yeah.
I feel like there's been a lot of things like I have spotted that feel ungenuine and feel like you're trying to cover tracks. And I don't care because at the end of the day, I completely would understand the switch up with T saying this is what he wants. He doesn't want anyone near it. I understand that switch up, but I feel
Mm,
like there's not full transparency with what your motive was before you knew what T wanted. I feel like you did
mm,
because even me bringing up to you and being like, yeah, what happened with the house? You told me yesterday. I don't know if you remember. You told me you would let him keep it for a bit, but then at the
yeah.
block when I asked, you said you were waiting on a realtor, and then I brought up the
Yeah, but
fact
that's the
he's a
point.
realtor. You made
Mm,
it a money thing, and I'm gonna be honest. As much as you can say a money thing, I personally don't take it disrespectfully. I don't
mm,
believe you cared about 100K. I watched you give away millions,
yeah. No, 100%.
and it
But
just
no,
it
no, no,
doesn't
no,
feel
no.
genuine, and I feel so bad saying this to you, Patar, but I just don't believe it.
And that's your opinion, and I'm not gonna here to try and convince you. But the other thing is, you guys wouldn't check tea like this, so I told you guys my truth, and if you guys whether you guys want to believe it or not, it's up to you guys. But what I've put on the table is there, and that's how things are gonna go unless Tommy wants it otherwise.
Yeah,
So
I understand. Why don't you
yeah,
think I would check tea like this? I really don't
because
understand it.
you guys wouldn't. That's just me being honest. But yes, maybe at the beginning, there might have been an ounce of like, oh yeah, let Dean keep it, but I did want to sell it for the most values to add more money to the gang account. That's realistically what it was. And yes, I understand your perspective from it, but yeah,
So you expected Dean, when he sold his house, to give you the money for his house?
yep.
And do you think he would have actually done that?
If he wouldn't have, then it would have been one other thing or another thing.
Because I don't think of for a
Quick
minute.
question: did Saint text you that?
Text me what?
What you just said?
No.
Nah.
Okay,
You can
just
check my
making
phone
sure.
if you don't believe. Um. Yeah.
No, I believe you.
Yeah. I don't know.
No, I get how it feels from your perspective, but Dean hasn't been my boy, and I had a long conversation with Mosley about this, and Dean hasn't been my boy for years.
Yeah, you got to like. Again, this is me just being
Yeah, yeah,
transparent
no,
and
you don't need to
thinking out
explain
loud.
yourself. Yeah, yeah.
It very much feels like you threw SK and Jay under the bus. From my opinion, the reasons you gave weren't justified to the point where you could go to the leader and say, these people don't respect me. Doing that, for all we know, we knew going into that meeting he was on violence. It was very much speak if you're spoken to. But that being said, I know you couldn't explain it in full, but you also knew he was on that energy. He could have easily and gone said, them three don't respect you, give me their chains, you know?
Yeah, no, I
And
get
I
that, but I
feel
wouldn't
like,
have let it go to that point, you
but
know?
you might have not
And you
had a
know that.
choice. You might have not had a choice.
T isn't like that.
I disagree.
T listens to both sides of the story.
Uh, when I said to him, could you listen to my side of the story with the whole thingy, he said he doesn't care about my side of the story. Oh, he listens to the other side of the story when he wants to.
So what was that regarding?
The whole blaming me.
Blaming you about what?
I said to him, we have a narrative in this gang to always blame Matt. And he said, well, yeah, everyone blames Matt. And I said, it's very easy to blame me when you don't listen to two sides of a story. And he
Yeah.
said, what happens if I don't want to hear your side of the story right now? You don't, like, at the end of the day, we can all agree T's very unpredictable. And
Mhm.
seeing my day ones, yeah, the boys I grew up with, yeah, in Roadman times, learn everything I know now, thrown under the bus for reasons I don't think were justified, to be honest. I think they were a reach. Again, I want to say, please don't feel disrespected. This is me thinking out loud. I think they
Yeah,
were
no,
a reach.
1000%. But I'm gonna cut you there.
Mm?
Those names were dropped there for a reason, and like even you bring like this up to me is disrespectful, and I understand you don't mean it in that way. But in the grand scheme of things, like those names were given for a reason, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Matt. Another thing that was disrespectful when I told you I wanted to talk to them, and you already spilled the beans with them, and they went talking on their own, and they didn't even get to hear my side of anything before that even happened. You know?
If I'm gonna be completely honest, Patar, if you think this is disrespectful, you can't take criticism.
No, it's not. It's not being able to take criticism. It's just you've already told me this, and you're bringing it up for
I
for
haven't.
the, no, you have.
I didn't bring up half the stuff. I'm bringing up that stuff to reinforce my point. Over the past 3 or 4 days, there has
Okay, and I'm
been
telling you, it
thing.
wasn't to just throw them under the bus. They are the people that disrespected me most recently, and there's context to the story, and there's more information to the story, and Matt, that's a conversation me and T will have. You know,
What's the conversation you and T will have?
about why I felt disrespected and how they disrespected me. You know,
Yeah.
and it's I get you feel a certain way, but that's a talk for me and him to have. You know,
Yeah, I understand that.
I understand your point, but also
Okay, but before you
that's
go,
yeah.
can I just say something real quick?
Okay.
'Cause
Yeah,
Oh,
go ahead.
I'll say,
I'll be
please cook
real, but
him.
this is from what I'm seeing right now. I
Yeah.
literally feel like there's literally no, you don't trust us. This is basically what it is.
No,
He's
it's
sitting here telling you his
okay.
opinion. And you're thinking that it's disrespectful. I get that we're not one to sit here and say what's disrespectful and what isn't disrespectful. But the fact that he's
Mhm.
sitting here just being real with you, being that's what you wanted, right? You want us to be real with you. You want us to be upfront with you, right?
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. It's not being disrespectful. It's him being real with you. Because I'll be honest, if you I'll be real. It's really, I hate to sit here and say this, but like the fact that you sat there and you told us that you took Dean's vest, you didn't take Dean's vest.
Mhm.
Who's calling? I can't be fun. Anyway,
Okay,
all
you
I'm
know what?
saying,
Prove that I'm wrong instead of sitting here saying prove why I'm actually wrong instead of telling me why I'm wrong in this situation. Because you and Matt already, in a sense, talked to me about this whole situation again.
No,
And I told you guys what I told you guys.
it's less about the situation before. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to
Okay,
understand.
just give me a second. Yeah, yeah. Was good, Lang?
I'm gonna be real, Matthew.
Hmm?
I live, I feel like that's what we're doing.
Yes, please. Yeah. So what's up?
Like I was
But the thing
saying,
is, didn't we already talk about this before?
no.
Like
So we
when
talked.
you and Saint
We
already
talked
pulled me
about some
aside.
of it before I knew what you classed as disrespectful with Jay and Sparky. But now I came with them facts and I understand. And since then, I've seen other things which from my point of view, I don't feel like you're being completely transparent
With what?
with what your intentions were with Dean's vest, with you. To be honest, I must say it felt like a lie when you were saying your reasonings.
Prove it's a lie. Prove it's a lie and come back.
See, it's not about proving what's right or wrong, Patar. It's
Then
about
believe me when I tell you something.
it's about having a conversation so I can understand. But you're not. You're taking it as I'm coming at you. I'm trying to
No, no, I'm
reason
not
with you,
taking
Patar.
it as if you're coming
You're
at me or this or
driving off,
that.
so you are.
The thing is, we're just trying to figure out, like, trying to make it all make sense to us. You know what I
Okay.
mean? It's
Yeah,
not
yeah, I
like-
know, I get that. But I haven't even told T the story, and you guys are coming down my throat. You know?
I'm not coming down your throat. I'm trying to understand your reasoning, Patar.
But if T did this, no. But the thing is, this is where the respect comes in. If T did the same thing, none of you guys would have went and been like, T explained to me X, Y, and Z. T explained why, element P to me.
It's always you
And-
wouldn't say this to T, but the thing is I would. Like, I don't know why you think
No,
I
you
wouldn't
wouldn't.
say this to T. The thing is, to be honest, T wouldn't do any of this. T wouldn't lie to us. I wouldn't need to get T to explain himself.
So you said I lied to you about the Dean shit.
I
Prove that I lied.
It's not about proving. That's why I'm having this conversation right now.
You, in your own sentence alone in there, claim that I lied to you. You said T wouldn't lie to us. You did.
I've said this multiple times in this conversation. Don't take it as I'm disrespecting.
No.
Don't take it. Let me finish what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, don't take it in the wrong way. I don't see certain actions you've done over the past few days as being genuine. The whole thing at the block of saying, oh yeah, the reason Dean still has his house is because we couldn't find a realtor, and I didn't know Dean could sell his own. You
I didn't
did.
say we couldn't find the kid. I said I wanted him to sell it through a realtor.
Oh, that's exactly the same as couldn't find one. It doesn't change it. You wanted a realtor, and he could have done it himself probably, and you didn't even explore that option. And
Okay,
you saying that reasoning to me comes across as a complete lie, because you told me yesterday morning before the meeting you were giving it time and you were waiting to speak to Tommy before you forced him to sell his house. All I want, Patar, is you to tell me your true intentions, bro. and be
did.
transparent.
I did. Did I not?
I just don't think they're completely truthful, and it hurts to say that, but I
Prove it's a lie. That's all I tell you, Matt. Prove it's a lie. If you think I'm lying, and oops, if you think I'm lying, just prove that it's a lie. Just make sure you're not wrong while you're trying to prove that lie, or else it's not gonna be a good look, you know. Prove that
I
it's a
just
lie.
don't know what to say anymore, Patar. I just don't know what to say.
No, and I get that, but prove that I'm lying, because you said the difference is T wouldn't lie to me, and you did. So prove it's a lie and come back to me when you've proved it, okay?
It has to say, saying I feel like I've lost most of the respect I had for him.